two big games there in the Champions League chase. At the bottom, Norwich still bottom, despite their win last night. Watford in the bottom three, Villa drop in now. Bournemouth are there in 17th spot, 2 above danger, but West Ham, massive win for them, big move for them. From me and Dom, that's it from the Goal Rush, and goodbye for now.
Thanks to Joe Spates and to Don Hutchison as Chelsea's inconsistent spell continues, but they'll be no doubt thankful for that late equaliser from Marcos Alonso. But once again, Bournemouth, despite being at the wrong end of the table, making life difficult for the Blues.
They did make life difficult, and if they were a little bit more clinical in the first half, it could have been worse for Chelsea. But I thought that Chelsea did have a lot of the play. They got a lot of quality players on show, but there seems to be something missing. Once they get in that spell in the game where the opposing team have their moment, they seem to be very easily opened up.
Yeah, 2 goals in 3 second-half minutes. Turned the contest very much on its head, Steve.
Yeah, again, like what Wrighty said, you need players to step up and start managing situations. I mean, this is just a simple set piece, something that Chelsea have struggled on this season. I think it's Kovacic there up against Lemma, and it's an easy head on target, isn't it? I mean, Caballero is straight at him, but the pace just goes past him. You could say it's a bit of a mixed match on the marking, but you can see there one player wanted it more than the other.
Yeah, and if that goal lifted vitality, you can imagine what the second one did. Just as I mentioned, 3 minutes later, Josh King with his first goal since November. Yeah,
but this one was more. Pedro, he's got to go with the runner. I think it's just simple as that. If you watch him here, I think that now he's got to be more aware of Stacey. He's not done it. Same with, you look on the other side. We're looking at Reece James, who's getting a lot of plaudits. He's not picked up his man, and it was a bit easy in the end for Bournemouth.
Yeah, I think with that one there, Josh King taps the goal in.
Yeah.
Sorry, if Callum Wilson taps the goal in, I think he'd have been offside. So good job that he did leave it.
He did well, yeah. But as we mentioned, Marcos Alonso was very much in a rich vein of form in front of goal. Got his second of the afternoon to at least give Chelsea a point.
Yeah, I mean, as the game wore on, Bournemouth got deeper and deeper, didn't they? And just went for that low block on the edge of their box. But
I think they get tired. What happens is that they were doing so much chasing the ball. That's too much space. Aspilicueta
look at that picture, right? You've got 10 Bournemouth players in there. And there's no one really tight enough to the man on the ball.
You've got a world-class player in the middle there with Pedro. Look how much time he's got once he plays that in there. They was asking for trouble in that instant, but that's how you can get punished. How quickly you can get punished, and it's those small margins.
And if you give someone like Pedro that quality, time and space, all he needs is half the yard. He's going to get a shot on target, but fair play to Alonso for following it up, and Ramsdale just unlucky to get his fingertips on it.
It was almost an unbelievable double save from the Bournemouth goalkeeper. How much credit do we need to give Frank Lampard for those 2 changes when Willian, Barkley were introduced, just past the hour?
Yeah, I think, as I said before, it's inevitable that as the game goes on, Bournemouth are going to start getting deeper and deeper, so you can afford to take off your defence-minded players, start getting attacking players on, committed numbers in the box. So credit goes to Frank, but disappointing not to get 3 points today.
To the London Stadium next, and a massive win for West Ham United, who started the day in the final relegation place. 1 point adrift.
West Ham are needed. They need somebody who can make that run just behind the centre-half there, and he finished it very, very well, which he's been doing all season. It's a really good goal from him.
That's him scoring on his full debut. Southampton then struck back on the counter. Steve?
Yeah, good finish. And you can see there, he just uses the pace, doesn't he, of the ball. Doesn't sort of snatch at it. Doesn't try and put his laces through it. Just uses the pace of the cutback and just guides it in the back of the net.
5 minutes before half-time, the Hammers retook the lead through Sebastian Haller.
Yeah, his goalkeeper's fault here. The goalkeeper's got to be favourite here. You know what I mean? He's all over the place. And to be honest, Haller's finished it well in the end, but goalkeeper's very much at fault there.
Mikel Antonio, I have to say, for West Ham, was a real handful, and he capped a fine performance too with a goal.
He did, but Southampton will be very disappointed with that. It's literally 2 flick-ons. Antonio gets beyond the centre-half there and shows coolness, composure, doesn't try and, again, put his foot through it, just tries to guide it past the keeper, and West Ham deservedly 3-1 winners today.
Just to confirm, it finished 0-0 between Newcastle and Burnley. Well, that's it from us, and it's been great having Steve Sidwell and Ian Wright with me in the studio. Reunited After 23 years, when they first met at Highbury. Look at that. New Year's Day, 1997. You remember that one?
I've lost a bit of hair since then.
Yeah. I was wearing my dad's coat. Look.
You guys haven't changed. That's it from us three. We've got 4 games down, 1 still to come your way. This has got ramifications at both ends of the table. Here's Steve Bauer to take you through it.
Manish, thank you. Owen Hargreaves and Michael Owen reunited after 7 days for this one as the league leaders look for yet another record. No one in the English top flight have won 19 in a row. Can they, at Vicarage Road, set that one today?
And West Ham with a big move up the table off the back of a huge 3 points today. West Ham beat Southampton by 3-1. But no goals at St James's Park, and that's been the tale too often this campaign for Newcastle. No goals now in 4 games for them. A 0-0 draw against in-form Burnley. The Magpies had their chances. Matt Ritchie had 2 or 3 in the game. Burnley, for them, points, which puts them up into 9th place now and still in the mix for European football for next season. Newcastle a point nearer towards ensuring their safety and their spot in the Premier League for next year. But Frank Lampard's Chelsea in our main game here have got the points, which preserves their spot in the top 4 for another weekend at least. But their inconsistent campaign goes on. 2-2 the full-time score at the Vitality. And this is what it all means now for the table. In the top half then, here we go. Chelsea in 4th with that 4-point gap above Manchester United, and they're 5 now above Spurs, and they're chasing Pat beneath them, not too far behind.